I'm Sharon. I'm from Houston, Texas in the US. I'm a third year college student, so I'm taking my spring break to be in the beautiful Lake Atitlan in Guatemala. I'm so excited and grateful that I got to join Sacred Paths on this amazing journey.
We're grateful too. Yeah. Can you tell me just a bit about what brought you here? Maybe just a bit about your yogic journey?
To be honest, I don't really have a really intense yogic background. Probably started doing yoga a few years ago, not seriously or anything. Probably this past last summer was the first time I really started getting into it. I try to go to a class almost every day, and I realized that there is so much that I didn't really understand that I wanted to learn more about, especially when it came to like yoga philosophy and like specific alignment and even like breathing, breath work, and like pranayama. So I don't know. As I've mentioned before, I dance, so movement is incredibly important to me, and it's something that I find is a great way to express oneself. And I thought that yoga would be just a beautiful way to not only express myself, but also kind of get in touch with that more spiritual side, the part that's rooted in like the mind, the breath, the soul, etc. Yeah. But one of the most surprising parts for me was how much I love to meditate. I actually have not done a lot of meditation in the past. I have a slight background in like, because my family is Buddhist, and my grandparents would meditate pretty frequently, but I personally never really understood how it worked. I'm definitely the type of person who's like, oh, I have a spare minute, I'm going to think about everything in the world that I can possibly think about or try to get done. So I think waking up early and really having this set amount of time really just showed me that like it's not a waste of time to not be doing anything, because you're not doing nothing. You're working on yourself, you're emptying your mind, and that's probably every single day I really look forward to meditating. And I actually like, whenever we have our off days, I'm always like really looking forward to meditating the next day, and like the space and the community that we have. And I've also meditated on the days that we don't have classes and practice. So that's the first thing that is definitely one of my favorite parts of this journey. Another thing I think is learning about, not even learning, but getting to experience and hear about and learn more about people's relationship with their spiritual journey and spiritual path. It's been really interesting to me, just because even though I did grow up quite spiritual and the community I grew up in was very religious, I feel like it almost, if anything, kind of pushed me away from that direction. And so being here made me realize that being spiritual isn't just like one thing, or it isn't solely about, I don't know, like having crystals or like incense or essential oils. And everyone does have their own path, and I really, really love being able to talk about, even just like talking about yoga philosophy, and then being able to kind of hear what everyone's opinions are, or like even when we talk about like reincarnation or like the ability of like plant medicine to cure ailments, it's just been really eye-opening. And I think it shows that there isn't one way to do things, and I really love that.